Constructions, and today I'm going to start a project that I've been meaning to get to for a long time. It's going to be kind of a fun project, I think. I had this, it was a Camillus Titan bonded carnivore. I think that's how you say it. I don't know anything about the brand, but this was a Christmas present a few years ago, and it was actually a good little chopper. It was about twice as long at one point, and I would use it to process limbs, and actually I processed a couple trees that had fallen in the neighborhood. It actually did a really good job, but as you can see, it didn't last. What's got a crack in it is broken too. So I've saved this for probably over a year. So I'm going to take my own piece of steel, which is going to be this 1/4 inch by 1 1/4 inch, or maybe even almost 1 1/2 inch piece of leaf spring, and I'm going to make my own chopper. Going to be a chopper slash one-handed sword, if you will. Probably a machete style blade. I want it to kind of come out, you know, this thickness here, and swell out to the tip and have like a nice rounded belly. So it's gonna be a short sword or machete type design. So this is actually coming in just over 1/8 of an inch, but not quite 3/16. So I got some thinning to do on the stock, and I could use this hole here as the front hole and actually make a really nice long piece. But the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to reuse this handle that actually came with it. It's been put together with 2 screws. So as long as I forge the tang out to the same size and dimensions of that tang, everything should fit up real nice. So that shouldn't be too bad. But I'm gonna go ahead. I got the leaf spring already straightened out, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Yeah, we'll start at the tip, kind of widen it out, and then we're gonna stretch it out, kind of see where we go with it. If it gets to be too long, I'm not gonna use that hole in the center of the leaf spring as the front pin hole, but I don't know, we'll see. I would like to get some a nice length out of it, at least maybe the length of my forge, and maybe a nice little you know, one-handed chopper. So this is a pretty cool handle, so I'm gonna reuse it. All right, so I'm gonna quit babbling and get to work and see you in a minute. All right, so to save time and propane, I just went ahead and rounded off one corner and start to profile the belly or the point or whatever. So. Cross peen to widen this thing up. Next, I'm going to use my rounding hammer to kind of smooth it out in all directions, just on the tip, and then I'm going to start to elongate it, blending it all in together. Stretch it out. Now I'm just going to do some plenishing and thinning and shaping. So I'm going to hit the spine first, which is going to curve it down. Then I'm going to come back and add the bevel, which is going to straighten it out. to take out. Then I'm going to do stock removal on the tang. Okay, so I'm just normalizing and straightening. Alright, so I got the tang fitted to this handle. So far so good. I think I have to maybe thin it down just a hair more. Actually it's pretty close, so maybe just hit it with the file, kind of flatten it out. And I'm going to call it there. I drilled the hole in the wrong spot, so it still worked out. I'm in good shape. And I'm going to backfill this with epoxy too, so I don't think this one's going to break like the like that one did. So, alrighty, I'm going to press on here. Let's do a test fit. I've been just kind of thinning it down because I got a little bit of a gap up at the top. Yeah, let's say I gotta do some more filing right around in here. Almost there. Alright, so I'm going to leave a forge finish on the flats. So I got it back in the forge where I did all the file work, doing some light hammering and some brushing. Whew. She's still really hot. All right, I gotta get this in the oven. So it came out straight, and I'm gonna go get it in the oven while it's still hot. All right, I say I'm like a farting windstorm around here. I got so many projects going on. I got wrapping this one up. I got 2 knives. I got a hatchet drift. Let's see what else. I got a personal project, trying to do the habaki for my new sword. And I got so much stuff going on, but I wanted to wrap this video up and show you the final. Well, it's not the final. I still need to make a strap for it. So the idea is it's going to have a shoulder strap. You just kind of carry it over your shoulder. I really don't know anybody that walks around with a machete on their hip. So, you know, it's a nice little throw over. You can put it over your shoulder, carry it out to the brush with you. Use it, and then, or you can use it to strap it to your pack. Either way. But let's go ahead and wrap this video up. I got the leather sheath done. When I last turned the camera off, I was taking it into the temper. I tempered it at 450 degrees. I did 3 450-degree 2-hour cycles because I had a bow in it. I did have a bow. It looked straight, but after I got it out, I thought I had a bow in it, and there was a slight bow in it. So I had to massage that out. 3 temper cycles. Pretty much took care of it. It is brute to forge or forge finish on the flats. So there's actually a thick spot like on this side of the blade. On this side of the blade, it made it kind of look like a bow. So after doing a little bit more belt work on it with the grinder and some straightening and devices with you know, the torches and stuff, I think I got it pretty straight. But I really don't think it had much of a bow. I think really all it was the forged finish kind of gave it an illusion that it was kind of wavy. And because the cutting edge, when I looked down the cutting edge, there was no bow. But if I flipped over and looked down the flats of the spine, where I left this forged to finish, it kind of made the illusion that there was. And I think all it was is a little bit thicker. It looked like a high side in the forging, like right around in here. So we did go ahead and make a fold over leather sheath for it. It's got a little snap to hold it in. I reinforced it like right through here, so the snap wouldn't be rubbing the blade. And I also forged these little loops that I'm going to attach the shoulder strap to. And one thing I don't like is I really wanted it to be a right-hand carry, but I wasn't paying attention when I started to cut the leather, and I actually made it a left-hand carry. But it's really not going to be a left or right-hand carry because, like I said, I'm putting a shoulder strap on it. So it's kind of a moot point, but you know, a mental note for myself, I really wanted the strap going this way, and it didn't happen. But this is the handle for the Camillus, or whatever the heck that thing is called, carnivore. After I cleaned it up, got all the tree sap off of it. It used to be a lot darker. The little pattern that they photoed on here, I don't know how they do this, some kind of film that they photocopy and it sticks to the plastic. So a lot of that had worn off, and well, it's neither here nor there. You know, it still looks pretty cool. I reused the handle. I like the way the handle feels. The only thing I don't like about the handle is there's no hole for a lanyard. So any kind of machete or chopper, I really think there should be a lanyard. Just keep it in your hand so it don't go flying around, you know, if you accidentally let go of it. So if anyone wants to buy this, I would recommend just tying a lanyard around the back of it and around your wrist. That's just a personal peeve of mine if you're wielding a sword around. So let's go ahead and show you the blade. So it's a nice tight fit in the sheath, and the blade it's fairly sharp. I'm not gonna say it's like the sharpest ever, but you know, for a chopper, it's plenty sharp. I think it comes in right around 18 inches, and that's actually a lot to wield with one hand. Of course, it's front heavy, but you know, it feels pretty good. It doesn't feel unwieldy. It is forged to finish, and I forged it down pretty thin, and I did a lot of tappity taps just to make it as straight and wobble free as I could, and I think it wasn't too bad. But the grinds turned out pretty good. This is well, it's 400 grit finish, hand sanded, so it's just like a nice satin finish. The handle is reinforced with epoxy, and I did use JB Weld on this one. So JB Weld takes quite a long time to cure, but once it's cured, it's hard as steel. So it is embedded with JB Weld, take up any kind of voids that may have been in the handle. And of course the little factory screws, two little Torx, like not a Corby, but it's two little Torx. Still got some dye coming off of the sheath, so needs it's gonna need a final rub down before it gets sent out, if it gets sent out. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I'll get some pictures of this in this video, but you know, it's actually not a bad build. It was nice to focus all my attention on the blade and not have to worry about any handle work. That could spoil a knife maker. Just buy handles and screw them on, you're done. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I was able to focus all my attention on the blade and just bolt the handle on when I was done. Hindsight, I was thinking maybe I could have painted this, because after I cleaned it up, it does look kind of faded and pale, and actually kind of looks like a lima bean, but the paint probably wouldn't stick anyway, so I just kind of left it. So it is what it is. So we went from this, here's the brand name, I don't know if you can see that. Camillus, I don't know how to say it. You can tell me in the comments, like I'm actually gonna hear you, but if you know how to spell out pronunciation, then you can tell me how you're saying it, how I'm supposed to say it. But it's a Camillus carnivore, and it's titanium coated. And it was a little beast in itself until it broke in two. And then it broke in two like last spring, so yeah, that gone about almost a year ago. And I just kind of held on to the handle because I knew one day I was going to use it. And yeah, it's all used up. So we'll move on to all this other stuff I got going on. I just want to wrap this video up, show you the the final product. Of course, I still have to make the shoulder strap, but it's all good. This will be listed on Etsy for sale, so I don't know how I'm going to price it yet. It's a lot of work went into this. The sheath took forever. I'm not going to sit here and complain about all the work. I'll price it fairly, I'm sure. But get some photos of this to wrap this video up, and I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed this build. Remember, if you break store-bought knives and they have handles like this, take them off, save them. You never know, might come in handy one day. Another thing I've done real quick that's real fun is go to Harbor Freight, buy that cheap $15 survival knife they have, unscrew the knife, throw it out, forge your own knife, put it in the handle. Then I reinforce the way the handle is installed into the knife. I'll actually take and do, because it has set screws that hold it, I'll actually take and do like a little threaded tang in the back, and then I'll embed that with like JB Weld to hold it all in. And yeah, those are really fun to do too. But yeah, if you come across stuff like this, save your handles. They're pretty cool to reuse, and it was a lot of fun making this machete. So all right, I'm gonna shut up and I'll get some pictures up of this thing, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one.